There's this bullshit initiative taking off called TeamTrees, which is giving a nonprofit $20 million, which there's no accountability how they're going to use that money. And I very much doubt that they can, unless they tie each tree to somehow the blockchain to prove that they're going to plant each tree, that 20 million trees are going to be planted for $1 each. But this is how you plant 20 million trees. If everyone will eat an apple, right? And take this apple, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to plant a tree, right? You take an apple, you take this little core, apple core, like this right here, right? And then you core the apple, right? So what you have left is this. Now in here is actually about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're not all going to be viable, but I plant apple trees all the time. And I'm going to go out to my garden now and show you apple trees that I plant. Now, once you have this here, what you're going to do is you're going to just stick it in the ground. And I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. So, once you have the apple tree, now I don't live in a really great place for apple trees, to be honest with you, but they do grow, right? And I'll show you around. Here's my garden. Here's my chicken. Hey, Chuck Chuck. Flip this around here. So you can see here, I just came across, here's an apple tree that just came up out of the ground. Hey, you want some of my apple? Here we go. So this is an apple tree right here, coming up out of the ground. This, by the way, is the ends of onions. All this is growing up here. Here's an apple tree that I planted some while ago. Here's an apple tree that's grown up. Here's an orange tree that came from seed that I planted. There's another apple tree right there. There's a biwa tree. I'm not sure what this is, but this is also a seed that I planted, another tree. And some sort of, maybe an apple tree or something growing up. There you go, you want some more. All right, coming over here. Here's another apple tree. This is called a biwa tree. Oh, come on, Chuck Chuck. These are, this is fig trees. This is a fig tree that I planted. All right, growing. Here is also another biwa tree that I've planted. Another apple tree of mine right here. And these are all trees here. All these all are coming out of seeds. There's a tree, a tree, a tree, a tree, a tree, a tree, a tree. And all you need to do is to take a stick like this here. You've got your, make a hole like this. Take the core of your apple, stick it right in there. And I'm sorry, Chuck Chuck. And that's it. Now, I've just planted, here's wasabi. There's wasabi that's been there for years. Ginger growing. These are all, this is also a form, kind of a tree. Well, not really a tree, it's kind of a shrub bush. Grows really high like a tree. And here's some more trees. I've actually cut them back. All this stuff. The simple fact is this: you don't need to give some nonprofit where 80% of the money is not going to go. And how do I know that? Because I used to raise money for nonprofits. I know how bullshit they are. And you're ultimately, how much is that CEO getting paid for the Arbor Association, right? The bullshit nonprofit. He's getting paid in hundreds of thousands of dollars. There's no reason why in the future that nonprofits should have any employees. Nonprofits should basically be driven on the blockchain as decentralized autonomous nonprofit organizations, DANOs, and I've written a paper on them. Ultimately. So if everyone who is part of TeamTrees would eat an apple and plant every apple core just the way I just did it, really technical, take a whore, shove it into the ground, the damn shit's gonna grow, then we'll have 20 million trees in no time.